Hello, I am Chip Moistman, and welcome to Stars with the Stars, where we exploit information about your favorite stars and sell it on the internet for money.
Good to have me on the show, Chip.
It's good to have you too, Gamma Buddhist. So tell me, how hot are you?
7,800 Kelvin.
That's pretty hot. So, how bright would you say you are?
Well, growing up, my parents thought I was a bit bright, and I guess that's true, because I'm currently burning at about 34 solar luminosities.
That's pretty bright. That would give your apparent magnitude of brightness about 3, right?
I guess that's a bit right.
Bit right? I'm always right. Don't argue.
Currently, I'm a main sequence star, but I'm having low-key, like, a serious low-key midlife crisis, because, those Earthlings pretty far away, they're seeing my light from 87 years ago.
Yeah. Well, you spend most of your life in the main sequence stage, so that's nice, but that 87-year-old light, that's just nasty. Why do the Earthlings even want to see that?
Well, you know, I'm a main sequence star mostly because my current mass is 5 times 10 to the 30th, so I'm a bit big, but at the same time. So, the equation that relates my luminosity and brightness to my magnitude to be about 3 is shown here. We see that apparent brightness equals luminosity over 4 pi times distance squared. Apparent brightness is light seen from afar, whereas luminosity is just its overall giving off the light.
So what you're saying is that luminosity and brightness aren't the same thing?
No.
Huh. So, how do you want to die?
That's a hard question. But as I die, I'm going to become a white dwarf, and then I'm going to run out of energy or light or whatever is making me bright, and I'm going to turn into a black dwarf. There's no known cases of that yet in the universe, but it's going to take a few trillion years to get there.
Yeah, it takes a long time. So, what are you cooking up in your core right now?
Right now I'm making hydrogen, beryllium, and boron, but as I get to be a bigger mass star, I'm going to start cooking up some heavier products.
Ooh, heavier stuff. Alright, that's it for you. You can leave. No, I don't go. Leave. No. Thank you. Alright. So, that was our end of our interview for today, but tune back after the commercial break, where we interview another star.
Have you ever been in the sun? Yes, you have. Have you ever been shot with deadly UV rays? Yes, you have. Using our new revolutionary body product, Body Sauce, you can stay protected from those deadly gamma radiation waves.
We are not responsible for death, burning, suffocation, violation, and blemishes on your skin. This will not protect you from the sun. This is a very smart advertisement. Go eat Chili's. Viewers' discretion is advised. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. So our next segment is called Cooking with Fusion. And today, we'll be making helium with the proton-proton chain. Yeah, that's it. First, we take 2 hydrogen in the core and smash them together, making deuterium, a positron, and a neutrino. The positron is just like an electron, but opposite. So when it meets an electron, it disappears, creating energy as radiation. So when 2 heliums collide, they create 1 heavier helium, and 2 hydrogens leave. Thank you for watching Cooking with Fusion. That is how you make the perfect helium in the core.
Also, buy some body sauce today.
No. No. So our next guest came from a long way away. I'd like you to meet Scat.
Thank you. But really, I prefer Delta Aquarii.
So Scat, how hot of a star are you?
I'm actually pretty hot. I'm around 8,815 degrees Kelvin. So I'm actually so blue I'm turning white.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So how far away from you are you from the filthy humans?
I'm actually 160 light years away from the filthy humans. So they won't see my light until 160 years later.
That's a long time. So how bright would you say you are?
I have a solar luminosity of 26, which means I'm giving off 26 times the amount of energy as the sun. That means the despicable humans see a magnitude of 3.
So
So, how old did you say you were again?
Well, not that that matters, but I'm 300 million years old. So that means 160 years from now, even when humans see my light, that I'll still be in the main sequence because that's when most of the stars spend their time.
So with all the energy you give off, you must be like a pretty large star, right?
Although I give off 25 times the energy as the sun, I'm only 2 times as big, which makes me a low to medium mass star.
What are you making in your core?
Well, I'm burning up hydrogen to make helium, beryllium, and boron.
Well, that's pretty cool. You can leave. I don't need you anymore. So now that he's gone, I'm going to use his information and sell it on the internet for profit. Now for our next segment, heat travel tips.
So you're definitely asking, how does heat leave the sun anyways? Well, gamma radiation is formed in the core of the sun, where it's then transferred into the radiative zone. So in the radiation zone, gamma rays carry the energy through the area, where it then travels into the convection zone, where it's a photon opaque area, so energy is traveled through kinetic energy. Within the convection zone, hot gas will rise and cool gas will lower, as shown by this model. So as shown by this model, you can see that within the sun, warm gas rises and cool gas lowers in the sun.
Additionally, there is a photon opaque zone where the photons don't get through, and a photon transparent zone.
So once the energy gets through the photosphere, it's radiated off towards the shores of the filthy human specimen.
So that's all for Heat's travel tips. On to our next interviewee.
Yes, I finally made it on the Welcome to the Stars show.
It's actually Stars with the Stars.
Shut up, no one cares. This is Polaris guest starring. Don't worry about old Chet back there. Let me tell you about myself, since old Chip back there never seems to do anything. I'm 7,200 degrees Kelvin, and that makes me yellow. I'm 430 light years away from Earth, so the light that the Earthlings see from me is 430 years old. I have a solar luminosity of 2,500 and an apparent brightness of 2. I'm a supergiant, and the humans still see me as I am right now. So...
can I say something?
No, okay.
Wait, no, it's important. It's really important.
Okay. Sorry for that rude interruption, but I'm 7.5 solar masses large, and when I die, I will most likely explode into a supernova and become a black hole. I'm not dead yet, so we won't find out whether I turn into a black hole or a neutron star. That's it. I'm using helium, carbon, and oxygen because my core is very hot and dense. Did you get all that? Now it's time for our last segment of the day, exposing Chip Moistman for who he really is. Alright. Why don't you tell them what your real name is, Chip?
My real name's Hercules Omega. I'm a main sequence star.
Go on.
That's it. So I'm 10,000 Kelvin degrees hot, and I'm a blue star. And I'm 250 light years away from Earth, so they see my 250-year-old light. Still pretty nasty. I'm tied to a chair.
Alright.
So I have 7 solar luminosities of power, and my apparent brightness is a 4.18.
Disgusting
Earth.
lying to the public like that.
I'm a main sequence star, and I'll probably still be in the main sequence when the Earthlings see me. Please don't hurt me. So I have a mass of 2 solar masses. That makes me a medium mass star. And when I die, I'll probably become a black dwarf, but I'm on the border between a supernova and becoming a neutron star and becoming a white dwarf. And no, I'm not already dead.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Oh well, that can change.
Oh.
You fusing?
I'm fusing helium, carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen because I'm undergoing the CNO cycle.
I would thank you for your time, but it's not like you had a choice. Alright. And now on to the next part of my show, a trial case.
Can I leave?
Today on trial, we have someone who doesn't understand the difference between brightness and luminosity.
I'm innocent. I'm Chip, and luminosity and brightness are the same thing, and the Earth is flat as a disc. Ken is not real. That's it.
You're kidding, right?
Are you kidding, right?
This man thinks that luminosity and brightness is the same thing, which is obviously a violation of some law. There is a fine line between luminosity and brightness.
What?
Prosecution speak.
Luminosity is based off of the energy that the sun releases from its core, and apparent brightness is a brightness that you see from Earth. That is why distance is a key major fact in apparent brightness.
That makes a lot of sense, but I'm gonna need evidence to support your claim.
He has 34 solar luminosities, and he is 84 light years away and has an apparent magnitude brightness of 3. Omega has a solar luminosity of 70 and is 250 light years away, giving it a magnitude of 4. Earth has a solar luminosity of 2500 and has apparent brightness of... Polaris has a solar luminosity of 2500 solar luminosities, and it is 430 light years away, giving it a magnitude of 2.
Okay, so what does magnitude even mean?
Please explain for the rest of the court.
Magnitude is the measure of brightness of a star, and higher numbers are dimmer and lower numbers are brighter.
That makes sense. Go on.
So SCAT has a solar luminosity of 26 solar luminosities, and it is 160 light years away, giving it a magnitude of 3.25.
So, how did you get these numbers anyway?
The equation, man.
Who? Who the hell are you, and how'd you get into my courtroom?
In this equation, you can see that luminosity equals 4 pi times the distance squared times brightness. Now, that means luminosity is directly related to brightness in the sense that the brightness is used in the equation to calculate luminosity.
That makes
In this equation, you can see that luminosity equals 4 pi times the distance squared times brightness. Now, that means luminosity is directly related to brightness in the sense that the brightness is used in the equation to calculate luminosity.
Join us next time on Welcome to the Stars when we figure out the mysteries of the universe, like the exact size of Neil deGrasse Tyson's forehead. Wait a minute, how did he get out? Join us next time when we figure out the mysteries of the universe, like the exact size of Neil deGrasse Tyson's forehead. How did he get out? Also, remember, always buy body sauce. Thank you and good night.